Wow, good morning everybody. We've got something in from Vevor, another tool. Well, yes, around the shop, awesome. This is a retractable extension cord reel. And they get kind of pricey if you've shopped the big box stores, but Vevor has one. So let's take a look at Vevor's and some of the cool features. We'll get to the numbers. This will be fun. Oh yeah. Okay, we got the beast out of the box. Ooh, it's heavy. Yeah, good reason for it too. But I'll bet you the outlet here, there's 3. So when you pull this down to use it at this end of the extension cord, you got 3 good heavy outputs, that's pretty good. But I bet I know what you're thinking. I'll bet you're thinking 20 feet of cord and it's, no. 75 feet of cord on this bad boy, yes, and not too bad. Wired with number 14 gauge, which is pretty standard for a heavy, extension cord. Yes, it would be nice if it was number 10 or something, but then this wouldn't be possible. This thing would be really big. But the number 14 is good. That's an upgrade because I see a lot of them out there. And if you look at the fine print, number 16 gauge, which is good for 10 amps or something, like shouldn't even be running power tools on that, hello. So 75 feet of cord, which is really good. And then here's your cord you're going to be plugging the unit into. And that's I'm going to guesstimate on that one, just say it's approximately, looks like about 5 feet or so. Not a lot of cord, but they shouldn't give you a lot anyways, really. Your outlet should be not too far from wherever you're mounting this. And then mounting, they give you a good heavy steel bracket, and it slides and clips into it. Now, the bracket and then this handle will go in, and then of course you've got the swivel points. But you also have 2 wheels right here, which will help to, in fact, let's see if I can get the lock. Yep, there we go. And it locked, and there's really, let's see if I can get to unlock. Whoa, and it's a lot of pressure pulling it back. Now, if your ceiling is about 14 feet, you're probably in good shape. If it's higher than that, you might want to have something, a little piece of cord or something dangling off of this so you can pull it down when you go to use it. They're great because in the shop, these can go up on a ceiling or up on the side of a wall someplace out of the way. And you just pull it out as you need it. Now, it also has, of course, a 15 amp, breaker here. The breaker will help protect, in case you decide you're going to overload it for some reason. But it's all plastic body, so it won't rust. The next question I've got here, so we're going to answer it real quick. And let's just yes, okay. Once I plugged it in, there's a light in here that makes this whole thing glow, so you can, even at night, whatever, you can see it. But it's just to show you, it indicates that the power is, when the power's on, here is available power. Cool. All right. Oh, and there's a little red light, a little red light up in here, which again shows you the power's on. At least I hope that's what it means. Yeah. Now, like I said, the hard numbers. Now, the hard number, this is 13 amp. That's what the breaker is rated for. So obviously 13 amps is the total what you can carry on this thing, even with the 3 outlets total. Now, the cord itself is made from oil resistant, alkaline resistant, water resistant. So yeah, so it's a good SJ cable, which means it's good quality. When you hang this, it by design is set up so that it will go a full 180 degrees in both directions. Can be pivoted. So that's a good thing to know, especially in certain shops where, an application like this. These also, by the way, come in different colors apparently. And this is, I believe, Vevor is one of the largest models they have. They have cheaper, smaller ones that are 50 foot and I think 65 foot. I think they even have a 30. They have some different sizes on these things. But link will be provided below where you can find this particular unit we have right here. I will take a look and maybe we'll throw all the different variations on there for links just in case you have a specific reason to have 30 feet or 50 feet or whatever. I'll put all the different Vevor ones on there for you, not just this particular unit, because I think it's important to have some variety like that anyways, because not everybody needs 75 feet. I like 75 feet though. Yeah, it's long enough. Also included in this wall bracket are some heavy, again, the concrete anchors or whatever for fastening fastening this thing to the wall, and or looks like some heavy screws. So you can do it either way, and they're slotted, which I like, because that way, you know, you can adjust this thing to, you know, the way you want it, or if you get it a little off square, you can fix it real easy, kind of thing. So the bracket can be, theoretically, it can be mounted this way, or it can be mounted that way. Yeah, and also there's a screw that you can put it whichever end you want to stop at this end. So when it comes in, it'll slide down and it'll hit that screw and stop. Of course, it doesn't keep going right on through. So if your workshop's like my workshop and you're tired of tripping over extension cords, yeah, this is the way to have it. The extension cord is stored where you want it, and you can use it when you want it, and you pull it out, and you don't have to have it laying all over the floor all the time, because it retracts automatically back to this. So awesome. The other thing I'm going to do is, I think we're going to call this a done thing, a done deal, for what have you. And we'll move over to something else, because we're pretty short on video today, really. You know, we've got this great classic topic. I'm really glad Vevor was able to get this over to me, because we have asked for it a few times, and they just said, well, we'll think about it, we'll think about it. It's like, okay, you know. So apparently they finally got it to me. And so we're going to go from this. I'm going to go over to, I want to show you guys something I got from a yard sale that I already manufactured the parts for it. So it was kind of cool that we picked something up at a yard sale that needed repair, and it was like, I already make the parts for this thing. So I'm going to take a look at that here in a minute, as soon as I get this wrapped up and set aside. We'll be right back. Yeah, so the other weekend I scored again, like I always do. This is a Craftsman. This is an old one. This is the model 315. This is called the, for this particular router, the model starts with 315, so it's not really old. It's towards the end of, well, it's getting towards the end of Sears. Yeah, you know, when Craftsman, Sears, and all that was falling apart. These are about 5 horsepower, so they're really a good router, actually. The shameful part is, right here. Here's the situation. This is the lock for it, and it locks the shafts for when you want to change the key down here to put a different bit in. In fact, if you can see that, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a round, it looks like about a 1/2 inch round bit in here right now, a little ball bearing on it, feels in good shape. It's in really pretty looking shape, and the whole thing was $2, yeah, because it doesn't work. Well, this was broken. Here's all that was left of that, and so it was just a matter of drawing up on Fusion 360 and duplicating this part and putting a new one on. Yeah. Now, there's really not much call for this sort of thing, but I guess there's some people out there that will probably need these at some point for the same problem that I had. So I'm going to put these in our Etsy store, and I'll provide you a link in the description below somewhere where you can get this piece from us if you need it. I have a few that I've made just set aside, and I've priced them to try to like cover shipping and expenses, but that's about it. There's no big profit margin or something on them, and they're you know, they're just something that if you don't have this, it's really hard to get the rest of this to work, because you got to pull this top off. There's 3 Phillips screws in here, and change this piece out, and it's not too hard. I was going to film it and show you exactly how to change this part out, and decide it wasn't a big deal, and I thought, we'll just let it go. And I think there's somebody online, I believe, that has actually shown how to replace or repair one of these pieces. If I find that, maybe we'll do something about that at another time. But yeah, for $2, and she's freed up, and of course now she's fixed and can be used again as a router. Didn't really need the router, but I just thought for $2, man, I can't say no to that. You know, I just can't. The other problem with this particular one, which I never liked, was the way they've got this set up with the lock. It's you adjust it this way with this lock, and it's never, to me, it's never been a good way to lock this in when you set your height. Of course, I would love to have an extra $550 so I can have the Craig table where you just put the key in and you wind it and it brings the router up or down depending on what you need. Yeah, I have looked into trying to do it yourself, you know, make your own kind of thing, because it's just some you know, what, 3 pieces of threaded re-rod or something, threaded rod, excuse me, and you could probably build something like that for your own router table. I've seen a few tricks out there, but the Craig one is really nice. Yeah, it's really expensive. I think it's around $550, $575, something like that. It's pricey. But this was a really good find. I think it was a gold find. Anyways, there's another item, but we will not show it today. We'll come back to it probably maybe next week or something. I'll show it to you. I paid, it's a tool, sort of like this range sort of idea, but I paid $30 for it. So, you know, it had to be a pretty hefty tool for me to spring that kind of money. Oh, wow, you know, big bucks, yeah. I had to spend the big dollars to get it. So, just wanted to show you that. Thank you so much for watching Coffee and Tools. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the notice bell, if there is one anymore. I don't know what. YouTube keeps making changes. I can't keep up. And supposedly, if I say subscribe, the button down there, I don't know, glows or whatever happens. I'm not sure. I'm out of here. Hey, over and out.